Hi, I'm Lambert. I'm 21 years old, and about a year ago, Search and Rescue helped save my life. Basically, I was just out with a few buddies. We were riding in a newer area, and it was a little foggy. The clouds kind of came in, and we couldn't see a whole lot in the big open areas, so we were kind of playing around in the trees. We were all keeping pretty close together, had radios and everything, and got a little further into the trees and got stuck. So I tried getting myself out first, and it was tough, and I kept turning around and going back, and I was getting stuck and getting more tired. And so I was trying to radio my friends now, and my radio, it had iced up, and I could hear them talking, but they couldn't hear me. It happened to me before, and so now I couldn't really talk to them or communicate at all. And now I figured I was kind of just on my own trying to get out here. Just going through the trees and lots of speed, and then I hit a tree really hard with my right ski and broke an A-arm. And so I couldn't really ride the sled out anymore. It was just diving and wanting to flip over on the side. So I tried side hilling my way out on my one ski, but it kind of just kept getting further and further down. And I got to the point where it got super steep, and I was sliding with my sled, and I just had to end up letting it go when the sled was sliding down and I was going beside it, and it basically just piled into a bunch of trees right on the edge of a cliff. And I kind of knew I was staying the night, so I think they knew they could hear my radio clicking in and out, so they knew that I was semi-okay, and but they just couldn't hear from me, so they're pretty worried, obviously, and they went up and found cell service in a spot we know.
We got the call at around 2:30 in the afternoon and headed out, and me and some other fellows were going to head up the hill and start looking ourselves, but realized that we should call Search and Rescue before we got too far up and too far away from service. So we did contact them through 911, and they immediately came out and set up the base camp at another friend's place at the bottom and just started scouring the area.
So at that point, yeah, I started collecting firewood and knew I had to get a fire going right away. And so I had a saw in my backpack and ended up snapping my saw actually in half. So now I didn't have the handle, and I was just hanging onto the blade, and cut the last little bit and threw it on and kind of just laid there right beside the fire. And actually I was on the fire near the end of the night there with my suit. I ended up burning my whole suit and everything there. So at this point I was kind of like 100% relying on Search and Rescue. Like that was the only way I was gonna get out. I was way too far down to hike out or any of that. So basically I was just hoping for light and just waiting to see a helicopter.
The helicopter was flying around and you could see it, and
I think I remember it was almost like 5 to 8. It's probably a time I won't forget.
Mm-hmm.
And you came out and said, Cheryl, they've spotted him. And he's standing there and he's waving. So I think I pretty much fell to my knees, and everyone was hugging and everyone was crying. It was just awesome. It's the best feeling in the world.
I guess a message to reach out to all the families that are out there and they think that this might not happen to you. It very well could. We certainly didn't expect it to happen to us, but you know, there's lots of kids out there that are snowmobiling, dirt biking, and skiing and doing all kinds of things, and we didn't realize how much Search and Rescue meant to us until this happened. So we encourage you to all come out and help support this event.
Vernon Search and Rescue, obviously, they're amazing. I can't thank them enough. They did an awesome job. My dad was on site telling me about everything they were doing and how they coordinate everything. It sounds amazing, and it's very thought out and very efficient. And I can't thank them enough, really.